Newsfirst, Newsline.
Hello there, a very good evening and welcome to a very special segment of Newsline, a special recorded segment of Newsline coming to you here from the protest site at Golface opposite the President's office right here in Colombo. Of course, from the onset of the program, let me take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you a strong and resilient New Year. As we celebrate the dawn of the Sinhala and Tamil New Year here in Sri Lanka, a very special time for all Sri Lankans. And today, however, the speciality of this day has been brought here to the protest site, something that has never been seen before. Usually a protest site is a site of where you voice your opposition. However, today, this very special celebration for all Sri Lankans has been incorporated into the culture here at the protest site in Golface. Of course, the ambience here is very festive-like today, at least because of the New Year. There were many traditions that were fulfilled here at the protest site. Early in the morning, the traditional overflowing of milk or the boiling of milk tradition was performed here. There were many other traditions that were performed here. Let's take a little bit of a walk through this protest site on this very special, on the eve of this very special festive day here in Sri Lanka, and see exactly what is happening here at the protest site opposite the President's office in Colombo. While walking about this protest site today, we saw many people who have come from all across Sri Lanka. Now, you might expect that people only residing in the vicinity of Colombo would have attended this protest, and also on a very, very special day like the Sinhala and Tamil New Year today. But we have people who have come from across Sri Lanka, and here's a person who is a testament to that fact. So you are here today, you're at the protest site on the Sinhala and Tamil New Year day. What are you doing here?
On behalf of my people of Sri Lanka, those who are against the government, the Rajapaksas, we have gathered here today, despite it being a new year, we have gathered here today to protest and to keep on with the flow. So all we need is to end this madness. We trusted you, we voted for you, right? We trusted the other MPs and we voted for you. But this is not what we wanted. After all, Sri Lanka is a beautiful country, right? And you guys should understand that. Shame on all of you for robbing us, for robbing all the money, that is the forex, for all the foreign exchange loans that you all obtain. It's for the nation. It's for the nation. It's not for you all. It's for the nation. End this madness. We come, we stand, we fight, we win. Keep that in mind.
So on New Year's Day, usually you would wish someone saying Happy New Year. But can you wish someone Happy New Year, or have you got a different message for the people this time around?
Yes, what I spoke before was my previous message. And I wish everyone all over Sri Lanka, as citizens of Sri Lanka, Happy New Year, Sinhala Tamil New Year. Jaya Veva, Sri Lanka Maubimata Jaya Veva. Me rate Puruvasi Katiata. We have to be very proud of Sri Lanka. After all, we are Sri Lankans, young-blooded Sri Lankans. Thank you very much. Thank you, and Happy New Year to you as well.
Happy New Year to you as well. Now, as you can see, protesters have taken up both sides of the street here, opposite the President's office at Golface. Now, we told you that you might know, of course, that people are coming here from all across Sri Lanka. But not only across Sri Lanka, there have been protests taking place across the world as well, Sri Lankans across the world. And some of those Sri Lankans have today come here to the protest site, to ground zero of this struggle of the people, demanding for accountability, demanding for answers, demanding for democracy, and demanding for justice. So you are here today from Canada. Generally you come here for a vacation, but why have you chosen a protest site? Why are you here today?
Because I couldn't see my people are suffering like that, and my parents didn't want me to come to Sri Lanka, And actually, I didn't get myself over it. I actually had the chance to come to Sri Lanka and help my countrymen because I couldn't see it literally. Because I was suffering in my mind saying, oh my God, what has happened to our country? Because my country was too much succeed back in the days. But now what they have done? So like it's so bad because that they are like they have robbed too much of my people's money. They can't be doing that to you anymore because we have to just stop doing it. So like I have come here just to support my countrymen.
So today is a day of much festivities. It's the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. But people are desolate. People are suffering. There are many people still standing in queues. On the eve of this new year, what is your message to fellow Sri Lankans?
My message is to my Sri Lankan people is you can't just go to home till they go home. Until they go home, we have to fight for that. We can't just take ourselves out of it. That's my message for my people.
Dubai velat ratteran, Seychelles velat ratteran, negada godet egodaya wala horata puratteran. Qatar kita ke panandeshe teke rendila, yanne hitileti, inne hitileti, ewa nambaila.
Well, when I said that the New Year celebrations are taking place here, I did mean all traditions, not just the boiling of milk to symbolize the new beginning during this new year. As you can see along this road, when we take a little bit of a walk, you will be able to see the number of New Year traditions that were fulfilled right here at a site initially meant to voice people's protest. This is now continuing to grow. We've seen this protest being held for the past 6 days. So let's go take a look at exactly what kind of traditions were fulfilled here at the protest site opposite the President's office in Galface, Colombo. Now, as you have been seen on the television during the past couple of days, a lot of celebrities, a lot of people in the film industry have been here. We are here, of course, with another very popular person. Sir, ඔබතුමා මෙතනට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන ඔබතුමාගේ පවුලත් එක්කම. ඔබතුමා පවුල බාරගෙන මෙතනට එන්න තරම් අනික අද වගේ දවසක මේ සිංහල අලුත් අවුරුදු දවසේ මොනවාද ඔබතුමාට ඔච්චර තියෙන හේතුව?
මම හිතන්නේ මම අද ආපු පළවෙනි දවස නෙමෙයි. මම අද මගේ දරුවන්ටත් මගේ බිරිඳටත් මේගොල්ලන්ටත් මේක දනවන්න ඕනේ. මේ රටේ දනවන්න එකද මම විතරක් මෙතනට පැමිණිලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකින්ද මාත් පැමිණිලියත් එක්කම ආවා. මම හිතන්නේ රටටම ඉතිහාසයේම දැනිච්ච මොහොතක් මේක. අද වෙනකොට මේ ජනතාව ඒකේ ඛේදවාචකයේ උත්කර්ෂයට ගහලා ජනතාව විසින් මුළු රටේ තියෙන බලය ඔවුන්ගේ අතර අරන් තියෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ මේක මෙතෙක්කල් මේක ඉතිහාසයේ මේ සමාජ විප්ලව සියලු දේවල් සිද්ධ වුණේ මේ තිරස්සාකාර නායකත්වයක් උඩ තමයි සිවුනේ. ඒ නායකත්වයේ මත තමයි මේ සියලු දේවල් හැදුනේ. නමුත් අද මේක තිරස්සාකාරයට විසිද්ධ වෙමින් පවතිනවා. දැන් අද වෙනකොට මේකේ නායකත්වයට වැඩි සමූහයක් නායකත්වයේ තියෙන්නේ. මේ දැන් එක නායකයෙක් නෙමෙයි නායක මේ තරුණ නායක ප්‍රජාවක් ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ මේකට ආණ්ඩුවට අත ගහන්න බැරි මේ ආණ්ඩුවට මේකට ප්‍රතිපහාර එල්ල ගන්න බැරි මේ තියෙන ශක්තිය හින්දා මේ තරුණ ශක්තිය හින්දා මගේ වයස හැටියට මටත් මෙතන හිල හිට ගන්න මම තරුණෙක් නොවුනට මටත් මෙතන හිල හිට ගන්න මම පළවෙනි දවසේ ඉඳන් මෙතන හිටගත්තා. ඒ හිටගත්තේ වෙන හේතුවකට මේ තරුණගේ ජවය මේක යථාර්ථවාදී. මොකද මේ ලෝකේ අද මේ ට්‍රෙන්ඩ් එක ලෝකේ පවතිනවා. මොකද මේක තමයි අර ඒක පුද්ගලවාදී නායකත්වයට ගිහිල්ලා කොමියුනිටිවාදී තැනකින් මේක බිවීම මම හිතන්නේ මේක තමයි ලංකාවේ වෙනස් කිරීමට මූලික වෙන පළවෙනි දේ. රාජපක්ෂවරු යන්න ඕනේ වහාම යන්න ඕනේ. ඔවුන්ගේ මේ තවත් බලතණ්හාවෙන් ඉඳීමේ වෙන්නේ තව ඛේදවාචක පත්තරයක. ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි මෙහෙම ගියොත් කිසි තැනක මේ රටේ මේ ඉන්න 225න් කිසි කෙනෙකුට හිට ගන්න බැරි වෙනවා. ජනතාවට ජය වේවා.
සාමාන්‍යයෙන් සිංහල දෙමළ අලුත් අවුරුද්ද දවසේ අපි කෙනෙක්ට සාමාන්‍යයෙන් සුබ පතන්නේ සුබ අලුත් අවුරුද්දක් කියලා. ඒත් මේ අවුරුද්දේ ඔබට කියන්න තියෙන මිනිස්සුන්ට සුබ අලුත් අවුරුද්දක් වේවා කියලාද නැත්නම් ඔබතුමාට වෙනම පණිවිඩයක් තියෙනවද මිනිස්සුන්ට දෙන්න?
ඇත්තටම මිනිස්සුන්ට සුබ වෙන්නේ සුබ කිව්වට පමණක් නෙමෙයි. මේ රටේ රාජපක්ෂවරු ගිය දවසට මේ බලය මේ ආණ්ඩුව මේ රටේ අතහැරුණට පස්සේ තමයි මේ රට සුබ වෙන්නේ. එහෙම සුබ අනාගතයක් සුබ රටක් බිහි කරන්න නම් මේ රාජපක්ෂවරු නික්ම යන්න ඕනේ. මේ අරගලයට ජය වේවා කියලා තමයි කියන්න තියන්නේ. ජනතාවට ජය වෙන්න නම් මේ අරගලයට ජය වෙන්න ඕනේ.
Newsfirst, Newsline.
What you see behind me right now is the special village set up by the protesters here themselves. Now this village was set up on the very first day that this protest began. There were only a few tents on that day, but we've seen the numbers grow throughout the course of the days. Of course, now they've been here for 6 days and it's bordering on the next day as well. Today, of course, as we've continued to mention on the program, it's a very special day. It's the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, and it's not generally usual for us to see this many people outside, out and about, and especially this many people at a protest site. Now, there are many interesting things that are happening here at this special village that has been set up at the protest site by the protesters, who are adamant that the current administration steps down. If not, they are not going to leave. Let's go take a look inside this village as to what really is going on here. There are many people here that are supporting the protesters. We are joined now by another person. Today is the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Do you feel happy to be here among these protesters?
Actually, we happy because we are all together. That is only happiness. Other than that, we don't feel like we are in a good new year and happiness there. We don't feel like that. But we are happy because all the Sinhala, Tamil, Muslims, all the people are here. So this togetherness is very important to the country. So it already it was brought up about from these politicians and all the parties. But now we all are together. We are sharing everything. We can see good serving to everybody. So it's a full happiness for us. We think in future also this togetherness will be continue in our country. So that is only our future we think also.
Judging by your experience, have you ever seen Sri Lankans come together like this before?
Before we never think, because if have any program, any election also, all are separate for the different colors, different parties. But now here, because of this situation only, we become together. So I think we never saw like that, because now almost 74 years has gone after the independence, but we never together like this. All are fake togetherness. But now here we are genuinely, all the people by their heart, on heart, they come here and serving together, shouting, so we can see and feel that side.
Thank you very much. For those of you who haven't seen the village that has been set up here at the protest site, that is a little bit of a look at what it looks like. Now this is the back end, of course, of the stores that have been set up to serve the protesters who come here. There is no discrimination here, of course. They give out food items, water, various other refreshments to anyone who comes to this protest site. Let's go in and take a look at what really is going on here. Of course, you would have seen that people from many walks of life came here. There are people who are elderly people, there are young people. We met this one youngster who decided to speak to us about what really he is doing here, when instead he should be probably studying at home for his exams.
Thank you. I actually came here yesterday. I've been volunteering here. I didn't plan on coming here. I'm trying to come here at every possible opportunity I get because we are the future of this country and we have to show up. One person's showing up makes a big difference. I actually have celebrations of Urdu today. I celebrate Urdu, I'm Sinhalese, but I've skipped all my family meetings and I've come here to help the people. I've come to represent Sri Lanka because we're all united. We're fighting one corrupt government and we want change, we need change, and we're all coming together as Sri Lankans to fight this corrupt politicians, and that's just beautiful to me. Like the sense of unity when you come here, I invite everybody that can to come here and protest peacefully, and let's overthrow this government. We have to make change.
There are those who say that there are many, there's a lot of youth here, there's a lot of youth presence here, and as such, sometimes the youth may be misguided, the youth may be demanding for too much. How would you respond to this?
I don't think our basic needs, asking to be able to cook our food with gas, asking for petrol to go somewhere, it's asking for too much. We just want them to stop stealing our money, stop stealing the taxes from the people. We want our money back. That's not too much. I don't think that's too much to ask for.
So on this very special day, you said you celebrate the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. I think that's across the board. Even people who are not Sinhalese or Tamil also celebrate the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. But on this very special day, what would be your wish for the people? Usually our wishes would be, you know, Happy New Year, wish you a prosperous New Year. But can you utter the same sentiments today?
No, I don't think we can celebrate a happy Urdu. I could have stayed at home and like had the kavili, but I don't think I can do that when there are people out there right now that can't even have one meal per day. They're struggling to put food on the table. So rather than happy Urdu, we're saying happy protesting. Like, let's do this together. Let's come together and do this. Let's change. Let's make change.
How hopeful are you of change? Because there have been many protests in the past. Only so much has materialized. Are you confident? What is different this time?
This time, it's not any political party leading us. This is humans coming together. We're all fighting for our basic needs. This isn't anybody organizing it. People won't forget. People won't forget that they're hungry. So I'm sure that nobody's going to leave until Gotabaya leaves. We're not going to stop this until we get change, until they meet our demands. I don't think it's going to stop. I'm pretty sure that we're going to win. This is the people's protest. This is the people showing their power, and the government should be scared of their people because we put them in power and we can take them back down. So I'm sure that this will be a success.
Thank you very much. So while walking across this village set up this protest site, Nihad. Now, as you can see, Nihad is dressed up in full traditional attire. He's all set to go for a New Year celebration, but instead you are here at a protest site. What's up?
So, like you correctly said, you know, a Muslim dressed in traditional, you can't take the tradition out of a Sri Lankan. Plus, we all have been here for the last 6 to 7 days for a purpose, and that is to read the message to the President to step down. And despite the request from the Prime Minister even, you know, to negotiate, we had said no because we prepared here for celebrations, and you can see people here of all nationalities together celebrating the festival of the Sinhalese and Tamils. And I would say this regime, if they had done something good, it was bringing us the youth of all communities together. And I would say that this is something amazing, and the message has been passed that he needs to step down, and until then we're not going back because people have been staying in very pouring rains, and even on the sun people have been really good and great, and we'd like to see more people coming in.
Nihad, you said that you've been here for the past 6 days or so. So you've been here at ground zero of this protest. Now, there are various people who say that there are external forces at play here, there are political forces at play here, but no one would really know unless you've been among these people and you spent time here. So as a person who's been among these people and spent time here, what would you have to say to those people who say that these are external forces, these are forces that are trying to maybe misguide the public mandate that was given to the government?
So we do understand there are people amongst us, but our only message to all of them is we are here for non-violent protests, and it has been going well so far. And I mean, we are not going to intrigue anyone, to maybe come against us, or maybe create something amongst us. But I would say the majority here have understood what unity is, and people are standing by that. And peaceful protest is what we always campaign, and I'd hope it will be peaceful for the days to come as well.
Thank you very much. Among the protesters present here are professionals, are actors, celebrities. There are many people from many walks of life who are present here today. Also, there is a massive presence of youth here and, of course, hopeful, prospective professionals. Now, we met Bilal, a law student. Bilal, today, it's, of course, a very festive season here in the country. However, you were supposed to be studying for your law exams that are coming up. But unfortunately, given the situation in the country, these exams had to be postponed, unfortunately. But you are here today instead of being at home and celebrating the new year or even studying for your exams. What really motivated you to come here?
I really believe that this time, after so many years, the people have finally taken a stand to, enough of being duped, being manipulated by the politicians. We have taken a stand, and we want the president out, we want the Rajapakshas out, because today we see how it has been, how the crisis today has affected so many facets of our lives. Exams, food, whatever, all of us have been affected, and that is why even me today, despite having exam, despite needing to study for my exams, I'm here today because I want to be here today for my country. I want to make my presence felt. I cannot be at my home studying for my exams when history is being written here by the Sri Lankans every day. So I wanted to come out here like every other Sri Lankan to make a stand, tell us that enough is enough, that we want the Rajapakshas out, we want justice.
So there have been many protests like this even before. How hopeful are you that this will achieve their demands?
I really believe that this protest that we are seeing here today, it's not a 100-meter race, but it's a marathon, because every day for 6 to 7 days we have seen people continuously come up from all parts of the country. Even today there are many people from Kandy coming up. I also came from Kandy today, and I really believe that this strength that the people are showcasing has not been showcased anywhere before. It has always fizzled out, it has always died due to various reasons. But this time the people have taken a stand, the people have shown up, and they will continue to show up every day, and that is why I believe that we can make a change.
As a person who is slated to take up the future of this country, what would be your message to people who are watching this right now?
I believe that we have to always have the courage, have the strength to stand up for what is right. I know that it's a cliche, but the reason why we are here today, the reason why we have to struggle here today, despite everything that is going on, is because we did not have the courage, is because we did not have the spine to stand up and correct the other people who are wrong as well. So my message is that always you have to sort of analyze the situation, you have to sort of take an unbiased approach to everything that is going on and stand up for what you believe is right.
Thank you very much, Bilal.
Thank you, Charlotte.
And that brings an end to this very special segment that we brought to you here from the protest site opposite the President's office in Galface, Colombo on Newsline. Of course, on this very special festive day, the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, we all look forward for hope and prosperity in the new year. But of course, it goes without saying that in the current backdrop that we're facing here in Sri Lanka, we will need a lot of strength and a lot of resilience to push forward as a nation, as a united Sri Lanka, towards achieving that prosperity and that happiness, possibly or probably in the next 5 to 10 years. But for that, we need to be strong, we need to be resilient. And on this ending note of Newsline, this recorded show that was brought to you from the protest site here opposite the President's office in Golface, Colombo. Let me take this opportunity to wish you all a very strong and resilient new Sinhala and Tamil New Year, and wish you all the best of luck in this coming new year, and God bless. That's it for Newsline, right here from the site of the protest opposite the President's office here in Colombo.
Newsfirst, Newsline.